Mr. Fletcher,
Political leadership, there is.
The war in Gaza marks one of the darkest moments in this institution's history.
We can't do this work without Jordan. I know how much concern there is in Jordan from my conversations with the Jordanian leadership.
what do you think will come out of it?
What I've always seen from the Jordanian people, who themselves are on the humanitarian front line.
Let's talk about the two-state solution and what's been happening in Gaza. I am joined by Mr. Tom Fletcher, Under-Secretary General for Humanitarian Affairs and Emergency Relief Coordinator. Thank you so much for your time. I know it's such a busy week with the UN General Assembly.
Shukran jazilan. It's great to be on. It's great to have this chance to speak today.
Mr. Fletcher, you said you believe that this is the most consequential UNGA meeting in a generation. What do you think will come out of it?
I think it's the most significant, consequential, high-level week potentially in a generation, because you've got the UN under sustained attack right now. You've got so many conflicts where we need UN leadership. You've got the Secretary General laying out an ambitious program for reform of the UN and for leadership in the world. And you've got the global community crying out for new ideas and creativity on ending conflict, saving lives, the challenges ahead of us of climate change, of artificial intelligence. So this is such an important week when all these leaders come together and we try and crack some of these challenges.
Of course. And let's talk about the two-state solution and what's been happening in Gaza. You mentioned several times what is happening in Gaza is famine, and we've reached famine already. So.
Absolutely. And I'm worried at the moment that the famine will spread further. And we've been clear, and we've been working very closely with Jordan on this. We can meet that challenge. We know how to do it. We've got the community networks, we've got the stocks, we've got the routes, we've got the supplies. We can do this at scale if we are allowed to do that. And at the moment, we're allowed to get in only a fraction of what is needed. We should be getting in 500, 600 trucks a day. We should be having all the bureaucratic obstacles removed. We should have open access, free routes and security to deliver everywhere it's needed in the south and in the north of Gaza. And then we can make sure that everyone in Gaza, over 2 million people, receive the aid that they need, and we could stop that famine. And we need the world to call for a ceasefire. We need the world to insist that we get that humanitarian access.
How would you describe Jordan's relationship with the UN and the contribution that Jordan has put to help get in aid in every possible way, even with airdrops?
It's exceptional. It's an exceptional partnership. There is political leadership, there is moral leadership, there are creative, practical problem-solving ideas. I know how much concern there is in Jordan from my conversations with the Jordanian leadership about the situation in Gaza and in the West Bank. But also I know how much Jordan cares about the humanitarian situation in the region and beyond.
As a whole.
And so it's an exceptionally valuable partnership. We can't do this work without Jordan, and I want to thank the leadership of Jordan, but also the people of Jordan for their generosity and their solidarity and for that partnership.
Yesterday you had a meeting with, or a conference with the Prime Minister of Jordan, Ayman Safadi. So tell us more about it, about the humanitarian part and helping aid workers, and of course the loss of hundreds of aid workers throughout the year in Gaza.
Absolutely. So last year was the deadliest year in history to be a humanitarian worker. And this year may be even worse. So we are losing hundreds of colleagues in Gaza, in Sudan, and beyond. And so it's a powerful message from the Prime Minister, from so many other world leaders, that enough, that we should not be targeted. Our people are incredibly courageous, and they will carry on trying to get the aid through. But it's unacceptable that they should be targeted. And we want accountability. We want justice. I have to telephone the families of those that we lose, and they always say to me, but will there be justice? And I can't at the moment promise them that there will be, and I want to be able to say, yes, there will be justice for your loved ones.
Mr. Fletcher, I would like to thank you for your time and efforts and for being here with us on Jordan TV. And if you have just one word to spread through this interview to the world, what would you say?
So right now, we could save 114 million lives next year, with just 1% of what the world is spending on defense, on arms, on war. It's tiny what we need to save over 100 million lives. And if governments can't do it, states can't do it, then we need a global movement that will rise up and show that kindness and generosity. And that's what I've always seen from the Jordanian people, who themselves are on the humanitarian front line and are hosting so many refugees from Syria, from Palestine, who are playing this vital role in ending those conflicts and in responding to those conflicts. We need that same spirit from the rest of the world.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.